Hi, Marina from the Butterfly Effect. This is a reading for Saturday the 18th of May 2024. Coming through in the dice for this day is Venus, the 4th house, and Virgo. Virgo representing the 6th house. So I think, maybe a day for some where we're just working on the house or garden. The 6th house is employees. That's certainly coming through. I've got two stories here. I've got the original story and then I've got the clarification story. So I'll give you both. And yeah, so we could be employing people to do work around the house. Obviously the focus for the 4th house is on family, property, land, your roots, your parents. And Virgo is about, cleaning things up, being, of service, working, can suggest health, don't see that. So it might be just a really busy day. Maybe you're doing a lot of shopping, maybe you're going to be adorning the home, buying, DIY equipment, or yeah, buying items. So it's a very pleasant, it's a very friendly, it's a very conducive energy, so it is. And yeah, Cancer is also the home, the mother. It's all good. I mean, the dice looks great, all good. So yes, where to start? The friend. So as I say, there's two stories. There's the first story that I got, and then there's the second story, which is when I clarified it with my Gypsy Oracle. I haven't used that in a while. We've got the friends, we've got honesty in reverse, we have the sage in reverse, Indy upright, the collection of pixies upright, the Pook and Unity. This is my fairy oracle deck, Brian Fry's, if you're not familiar with it. So we got, basically the person I'm reading for is that we're looking at a friendship. It may not just be you and one other person. Obviously it can be a group of people. It's a very cooperative card. It's working with others. It's, I mean, as I say, because we're in the 4th house, it can suggest, if it's not your actual family, it's, the family you've adopted in this lifetime, for example. But it's also about giving and receiving assistance. It's about helpful people, helpful friends, collaborations. It's all good stuff. For whatever reason, this is coming through with some sort of indecision. We can't make a decision about this. The reason we can't make a decision is because the sage is in reverse, and the sage is the knowledge, sage is wisdom, and this is telling me that there's been information withheld, information that's, deliberately kept secret. I can sometimes say people just aren't able to learn something, maybe it's really difficult. But when the sage is, I do think genuinely somebody is withholding information here, because we do have the honesty card straight up in reverse. Now, the honesty card, if we're not looking at another person, can say, are we being truthful with ourselves? Because it can talk about self-deceit. I think there's some sort of dishonesty within a group here, as to maybe what people are up to, because it is mirroring the collection of pixies in reverse here. So the collection of pixies is talking about usually groups of people. To me, this is my ravers. But in the upright, it's about working joyfully together, It's about many hands make light work. In fact, it's about a merry heart makes light work for these pixies, like you see them. So it's very much a group collaboration. And it's carrying, duties out, our work out, our service out, all 6th house, themes joyfully, and yet it's in reverse. So it's in reverse. So that's maybe saying, does everyone have enough work to do? I'm feeling I'm going back to a couple of days ago when we've got issues here in terms of who does what, and who is shirking the responsibility or dragging their feet or not getting their job done. And this is somebody who's not, or people who are not being honest either about the work they're doing. This is about, maybe you're saying, or someone else is saying, that they're so busy, they have so much to do, they've done all their work, they have such a huge responsibility. That's not true, obviously, with honesty here being in reverse. This sage is the one that kind of concerns me, because the sage is the maturity in the reading, yeah, in the upright. It's also a Virgo card for me. It's very patient, it's very wise. It's someone who, basically is very discerning, but also shares a lot of information. They've got traditional values. They're very merciful and compassionate and, yeah, mature. We're in reverse here. So they're deliberately keeping something back, and they're not sharing information. Yeah, up here we've got the comic, and the comic's in reverse, and I think this speaks about this harshness, criticism. You know, it's someone making a joke, but it's a really bad joke. But it's not just that, it's also, you know, kind of, what's the word, acerbic. It sounds like it's supposed to be a joke, but it's a dig. It's not pleasant, basically. And I think, and the venom's just dropped down there, it was at the base of the deck, that somebody is going to see this. So this may be, you know, a group of people or a friend group, someone in your family with the 4th house, someone from your, you know, childhood in the 4th house, somebody you work with in the 6th house, you know, you maybe know who it is. This is about seeing someone very clearly. And it may be like for the first time. So this could be somebody that gets kind of caught out in a lie. The glass is sometimes also a bit a barrier. It's about observing something from a safe distance, you know. So on one hand, we've got this group that seems very friendly, very cooperative, maybe lots of jokes, a bit sarcastic. You're not really sure if it's a joke or it's not. And then we have the withholding of information, something deliberately being kept secret, maybe even a bit excessively critical, if I've not already said. When the sage becomes twisted as opposed to just reversed, it's knowledge that's misused. It's facts that are distorted deliberately to use against others. So there is a dynamic here within a group. And I mean, I don't know if somebody's just playing devil's advocate, or they're basically cynical in their comedy. They could be cold, they could be embittered. But, you know, it also feels like, you know, there's like, I've got to stop saying that, I can't help it. It's like watching a group of people that you've been a part of for some time. And then with the glass here, having a clearer perception of what the group or one person within it is all about. It's, as I say, it can be that we realise that someone's not honest. And it's also the fact that because we kind of, when you are a group and you're in a friendship here, you kind of go with the flow a little bit. You know, you let things slide because you all have to work together, and there may be animosity within this group or within, you know, a friend group. And I think, I just feel that somebody's going to have their eyes opened in some way as to, you know, how kind of harsh and critical someone really is. Where, and it may be the complete flip side. You may think someone's an absolute arsehole, and then for whatever reason, because you may have believed something that someone's told you and it's a lie. It's deliberately distorted facts and information to create an opinion of someone that you're now seeing was completely wrong. And that will obviously change your view on the person who supplied the information. So we're leaving the reading, the day, the Puck. The Puck is usually a card of trying to reach some sort of resolution, unity, trying to bring people together. But the Puck is also a paradox. The Puck's a shapeshifter. Yeah, they want you, they basically do confuse things. They try to confuse things. They want to, yeah, the devil's advocate. They want you to see the good in the bad, but they also want you to see the bad in the good. So where you might want to have a very black and white opinion of someone because the information that's been supplied is probably inaccurate, or you've already created that opinion, they're the good guy, they're the bad girl, whatever it may be, they're part of the group, they're not, they're in, they're out. We're throwing labels all over the place here. And the Puck comes in and wants you to think about that. It wants to make you realise that it's not all black and white. It is all grey. And you don't have the full story. So it is possible when the Puck is in the upright to come to a resolution or an understanding and to see things a little bit clearer. But you're not going to be able to compartmentalise or label someone, something, an experience as, you know, definitively and simply as you would like, because the Unity card is about all being one, which is also the collection of pixies. It's very much group orientated, and it asks you, you know, to look at the needs and the goals of everyone. But it is about cooperation, it is about community action. So we're looking at what we have in common with people. That's maybe, you know, if there's, I'm not saying there's a sit down talk about this or anything, but if this is an experience that comes up in this day, it is asking you certainly to have a little bit more compassion, but also just, you know, to understand that we are all one. We do all have a connection. But hopefully the resolution is that ultimately we're going to be united. This is story 1. Okay. Then we get into the clarification with the Gypsy Oracle. So the friends is clarified with the enemy. I mean, that's not really a surprise, even from the last reading tailing off, because the Sage, I do think the Sage is the issue here. The Sage is a masculine energy, to be clear, it is the Lord, and he's deep in his thoughts about a friend. And this is the friendship over here, but there's an enemy. Now, either the Lord, the Sage, is the enemy of the friend, or there's an enemy within the friend group. So somebody has a decision to make here. I don't think they're going to be able to make one with indecision coming up. Indy. We don't catch him on the wish, you'll catch him on the wash. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do. And this is creating despair. It's a very, very difficult energy, this despair card, the gun to the head, coming under pressure. But it really does speak about frustration and anger and something kind of boiling over. So I feel there's a pretense here of joyfulness, honesty in reverse. There's a pretense, you know, within the group or with whatever activity someone is undertaking, maybe, you know, within the home, within a relationship, Venus in the 4th house, that all's good, you know, enjoying life. And no, I think underneath it all we've got some venom, and this is poisonous. This is toxicity. This is, you know, sometimes not being able to forgive, but you know, it is just spouting venom sometimes. And this collection of pixies, this, you know, dutiful, joyful participation, all, you know, getting it together, is to do with the wife and the wedding. How interesting. Now, the wife card, yes, it is just a wife, but it's also someone who has aspirations to be a wife sometimes. And the Cancer reading had chaos descending on a wedding. Now, the wedding doesn't need to be a wedding, to be clear. Obviously, it's not going to apply for everyone. It is about some sort of agreement to do something, simply. It's an agreement to do something. And I don't think that's what's happening when the collection of pictures is in reverse. Because this is about shirking responsibility and people dragging their feet. And maybe somebody wants to get married and they're feeling under pressure. And they're dragging their feet with it. And it might be because what they're thinking about is a friend that, for whatever reason, wedding. Yeah, like that, complacency. Someone's dragging their feet on this because they're undecided. And someone's getting impatient about the dragging of the feet. So yeah, I do feel that somebody's brushing someone off here. There may be, you know, some sort of commitment or agreement. I mean, to get married or to commit to something. It can be anything like that. What else could it be? Gossip, hello. Yeah. Gossip. Now, gossip is also about misunderstandings, and again, I don't know. I don't know if it's deliberate or not with this stage coming through in reverse. I don't know how twisted that energy is. It can just be someone who's secretive, who's withholding information. It's definitely somebody who knows more than they're letting on, but they are not being honest either with themselves or with someone else here. And there's talk about that, and there's talk about that within a group of people. Gossip. I wish I could remember her name. I think it's Charmaine. Chartreuse, something like that. Tell us about gossip, what's been said in the gossip card. Oh well, whatever it is, it's creating a lot of stress. Or what's been said is that someone is, you know, being kept up at night worrying about this. I mean, it might be, you know, worried about their wife, worried about their marriage, or worried about some sort of decision they have to make. So there's someone dragging their feet. It can just be at work. Queen of Wands in reverse now. That honestly, I've got King of Cups in reverse here. There could be a third party here. It's likely to be a friend or somebody that somebody works with. It might be something and nothing, you know, a storm in a teacup, but it's having an impact on someone, and it's creating a lot of stress, and someone needs to make a decision here, or they're being put under stress to make a decision, to make a commitment, to possibly even come together. The Unity card is about to become one. Suffusing, and I don't think it's going to happen. Now, if you remember the reading from yesterday, Luathis the Wild was in the reading in the upright, and this is about somebody who wants to go really quick, who wants to get the job done, who's really excited, really passionate, wild, you know, hurried energy. Now he's in reverse here, and this is like, you know, putting the brakes on, but it's also burnout. It's too much fire, it's blocked energy. It can be passion that's gone a wee bit sour, but it can also mean that it's kind of destructive. But I feel that somebody's kind of putting the brakes on whatever this is, because we have Jehovah, and Jehovah in reverse talks about realistic caution. It's not just the troll under the bridge. It's not, you know, a bogeyman that's not real. It is, you know, actually there's something in this. You need to take a minute, and the yesterday's reading was all about going slow, because actually things were okay. And if you were being rushed along in something, it was a red flag, all right? But we may have a resolution, we may not. We have got the letter, and we've got the journey in the verse. So the communication here, somebody's not going, somebody's not travelling. What else could that be? I mean, it can't just be a holiday. No, this is a no. Ace of Wands in reverse. Don't fancy it, don't fancy you. It doesn't light my fire. Not even excited about it. No. It's very, very clear. Now, I don't know if this is the reason why the no, but there is a confession here. I have got the priest and the prison. I don't think anyone's going to prison, to be clear. This is a confession, and about somebody who's ultimately stuck, you know, not able to make the moves they want. It could be they're stuck with a child, or they're not able to have a new beginning. But yeah, there's a confession, and my priest comes through, usually. I mean, again, it can be there's someone who's presiding over a union. I just don't think somebody's going to go. What's that? Something on my mind. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm not got it. Hang on. I'll shuffle and see if it comes. Tell me about the priest. Priest say what? Priest is also a card of chastity, abstinence. So I don't know, you know, might be somebody fancies a friend, and then a marriage, it's all a bit dull, and I don't know. Priest say what? Oh, I think that's an Ed Sheeran song, but I'm not fully getting it. Oh, the lovers. So I mean, it really could be that somebody is getting married, but this is a choice. This is a choice. This is a big, big decision. It's not just about partnership. Prison. Ten of Wands in reverse. Prison. Yeah, that's why I feel it's a confession, because this is about dropping some weight here. The Hangman's in reverse, and the Child. We're delaying. There's delays again. And the Chariot. It's not just delays, it's all stop. So with the High Priestess here, we have got secrets. We have got, you know, silence. Sometimes I feel that someone has an inner knowing that maybe the direction they're moving in, or whatever they're caught up in, relationship, work, whatever it may be, is not going any further. Not at this stage, and certainly not in this day. The Chariot, it can suggest that there's a lack of success, but it's also about losing control of a situation. I feel that this is too much. It's too much. It's too much. 10 of Wands, Loathas, it's too much. No, we're just going to put the brakes on for the time being. Let me take you some advice for the 18th of May. It's like it all started nice, you know, we're going out to buy paint and some ornaments, and let's see. Trader. See when this guy like puts his hand on his heart, and I know it says exchange energy to create abundance, but to me this is always someone who is following their passion, and it's not about the money, and it's not about the fame, and it's not about the, you know, social rewards. It's just doing what they would love to do. It just fills them right up. So that's the message of the day. Exchange energy to create abundance. Trader. Follow your heart. Do what makes you happy. I'm seeing autumn, so that could be, I mean, obviously it's a daily reading, but if this is that kind of story, it's going to play out over a longer time span. Right, have a lovely day. Bye.